The Prince is back. Hello, welcome back to Zkism Wrestling, and I'm going to do a slight, not casual Raw review of last night, and focus on one man in particular. That man is the Prince himself, Finn Balor. He returned last night to an extent. The old Finn, but I want the old Finn Balor, which is what we got last night, and it was glorious. It was great. Any Finn Balor fans, I think. I loved it. Now, we'll briefly run down what happened. Basically, yes, the world title match was on. CM Punk, Finn Balor. Nobody really thought Finn was going to win, but you know, you want to believe. There's always that. There's always the chance. There's always the 1%. And they got me last night. I believed. I thought, you know, what if they threw a spanner in the works with Drew winning the WWE title, which, you know, flew in the face of any dirt sheets who were reporting the projected main events of WrestleMania and all that sort of stuff. What if, you know, you could see I was projecting storylines. Finn and Dom could fight for the world title at Mania. I know no one probably would want to see that apart from me, but you never know. But in the end, no, it didn't happen. It was CM Punk retained. But Finn looked great. The whole episode, not the whole episode, but the majority of the episode was focusing on reinforcing how great Finn is, which, you know, went down well in my household. But at the same time, it's been too long with Finn on the outskirts looking in. It's time is due. Yeah, he's a world title contender, and I'm sorry, I'll disagree with anyone who doesn't agree with that. He is a perennial world title contender who's been languishing in tag team division for at least 3 years. He had that brief flirtation with it in 2023 when Seth was the world heavyweight champion. I thought he should have at least hot potato the belt between him and Seth, just to coax that Damian Priest storyline with the Money in the Bank briefcase along. I thought it would have been much more interesting had Finn won the belt then and had, you know, him and Damian have a proper meaty story rather than where it ended up, which was over a year later the turn happened. Weird, very weird. Anyway, we won't harp on the negatives. We'll focus on the positives. Finn returned. His old music was back. Go to hell, Death Rebel. I know I'm in the majority of people on the internet saying, Death Rebel, go away. Your theme songs are bland. They are generic. They are awful. And they do active harm to the superstars that employ them, which is where Finn Balor comes in. Finn has been employing some, well, I don't want to say god-awful things, but certainly bland, really bland. And what they do is they sort of remix the good ones, the CFOS themes that they did in 2016, 17, when they 18. Death Rebel just picked them up, remix what they already had. Any originals they've done, I'm going to name Io Sky and maybe Karrion Crosses as maybe the only successes from the Death Rebel era. Oh, and possibly Rhea Ripley, but something tells me, Motionless in White had more to do with it than Death Rebel. But anyway, we'll get off that. But thank God he got his theme back. Catch Your Breath by CFOS. Such a good theme, and the crowd loved it. It went down a storm, and set the tone, I think, for the match, because people obviously in Belfast rooting for Finn. CM Punk got booed, which was funny, and he took it in good. Humour. I think he knew he was going to be the pantomime villain to a certain extent last night, which is what happened. And yeah, I think it was a really good match. Not going to call it a 5-star match, but it was certainly had the back and forth you want, close falls. It actually got me when he hit the coup de grace. I thought, no, surely not. They're not going to do it. And no, they didn't. CM Punk, in a good little back and forth, that it rolled up Finn, who probably weighs next to nothing, but it rolled up Finn for a GTS for the win. And, you know, disappointed as it was, I thought they made Finn look like an absolute star last night. I think it does him the world of good going into 2026. I did do a video 2-3 weeks ago now, where there was a report saying that Finn was going to have a hell of a 2026. Well, we're off to a good start. We are off to a good start. I think this is, and I think the reaction he got from the crowd, those reactions, especially international crowds, can carry a lot of momentum into the the American season, if we call it that. When they go back to America and the crowds are a bit duller, a bit less excited to see everybody. less willing to join in, maybe too cool for school. I don't know what the reason is or the rationale, but I know Triple H, well, may or may not look at the internet and certain fan channels to decipher what the reaction is online and certain things. So he may or may not tune into little old me and my tiny little channel. So if he does, hello Triple H, I'm a big fan. Give him the theme back. Let him be Prince. Let him be the Prince. Don't revert back to the Death Rebel crap. I've seen lots of CFOS themes being returned, such as Sami Zayn. I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head, but there are a lot of themes returned. Asuka's is another one returned to the glory days of Black God NXT. Finn is #1 with a bullet. It was soul destroying. Royal Rumble 2025 was soul destroying when that theme, I think it was a Judgment Day theme, played and Finn came out, and I thought, oh, we got no reaction because that theme, no one recognized the theme for a start because it's so bland, but it's Finn Balor and he got no reaction. And I blame, one of the reasons I blame is the momentum, well, the booking for one, of what is a really good wrestler and clearly a thoroughly good professional. Not that I'm championing him too much, but you can probably see I'm slightly biased in this video. But at the same time, I think Finn, at the very least, should be the mid-card champion. I know there's a potential story there with Dom, which I'm sure is going to be the Mania match. I'm pretty confident that was going to be the Mania match anyway, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I think he's a world title contender. I don't want to say he's wasted in the mid-card, but he is. But he is wasted in the mid-card. I think he should be fighting at world title level. There, I said it. And I think he fits in so well up there. I mean, he should have had another world title by now, but there you go. Inherent bias, I know. Tell me in the comments if you think I'm too much and fawning over Finn. But there you go. Thank you so much for watching, listening. Tell me what you thought. What did you think of Monday Night Raw? They are back to North America for Saturday night's main event coming this coming Saturday. They're in Montreal, which will be good. Actually, the crowds are usually quite good there. And then they're back to North America, I believe, and then over to Saudi. Am I right? Unless they pre-recorded Raw, which I don't think they did. Again, let me know in the comments if you know more than I do. Let me know what you thought about Finn's entrance, reaction, overall momentum, presentation, and tell me what you thought of Death Rebel. I think I know, but let me know anyway. Let me know in the comment section below. Please leave a like or subscribe on the channel as well, and I'll speak to you next time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.